Roy Simmons of Syracuse has his sights set on a 5th national championship and an unprecedented 4th in a row. To get there, they'll have to avenge 2 earlier season's losses to North Carolina and Johns Hopkins. The road to the NCAA championship begins right here tonight in the Carrier Dome. Super Sports, a production of Cook Cablevision of Syracuse, presents NCAA Lacrosse. Tonight, it's the number 20 rated Spartans of Michigan State meeting the number 6 rated Syracuse Orangemen. And we're inside the Carrier Dome in the month of May, where the NCAA will hold its national semifinals and championships during Memorial Day weekend. And hi again, everybody. Dave Cohn along with Dale Drypulcher. A couple of firsts. Michigan State rated in the top 20 for the very first time in their history, 22 years in this sport. And Syracuse and Michigan State meeting for the first time ever in this sport of lacrosse. And it's intriguing, Dale, to look at the 2 rosters and notice that Michigan State, despite being relatively new to the sport, has more Michigan natives than New Yorkers, which could be kind of a bad omen.
Well, I think that they feel they've got a number of good athletes, but they don't have as many good lacrosse players as Syracuse does. They recruit a lot of good athletes in Michigan, try to turn them into lacrosse players. It's been very, very beneficial. A place like Hobart, I think, have got the same kind of philosophy. There's no scholarships at Michigan State, so it's a tough road to hoe, but they think they can match up pretty well as far as athletic ability, but as far as lacrosse ability, they feel they're a little overmatched.
Well, speaking of Hobart, Michigan State did defeat the defending national champs in Division III earlier this year by 1 goal. And I said a bad omen earlier because we've seen so many teams come into Syracuse, into the Dome, with a roster filled with New York natives, upstate, downstate, and they have played very well. But Michigan State kind of split between New York, Maryland, and Michigan.
Well, I'll tell you about Michigan State. They're going to play an up-tempo game. They're not going to slow it down. They're going to be patient, don't get me wrong. But I think that they like to run it and they like to hit people. They said they expect a lot of bodies, so that should be a real interesting thing to watch.
Well, we'll have to watch the goalie early on and see if Jeff Horowitz can maintain his composure and his ability to stop shots in the nets.
Well, one of the things Syracuse has done is they take so many shots at people, and Horowitz is never going to see as many good shots as Syracuse is usually able to get off. So Horowitz is going to have a long evening, and this guy's got something a little different. Di Lorenzo. He's got a little mask on there. He doesn't like trying to pick the ball out sometimes in the dome, so he got a little orange mask in there, and he's trying to get a little more contrast when he sees the ball. He doesn't like to play indoors, and Di Lorenzo, I think, has come on strong, and I think he's playing some of his best lacrosse.
I noticed in the warm-ups they were firing many shots at the feet of Jeff Horowitz, the goalie from Michigan State. And generally, goalies don't have a tough time with a bounce shot in the Dome because the bounce is predictable. But it's those high shots where you can lose the ball against the aluminum seats in the end zone that presents a problem.
Well, those guys would be a good matchup. If Horowitz can get hot early, that would be good for Michigan State. But when you talk to the Michigan State team, they say, get to Di Lorenzo, get to him early. So that's the philosophy. Rutgers tried it. It worked for a while. But Syracuse came back, as you know, in that game and just crushed Rutgers.
Of course, there's the Marechek factor. They haven't seen anybody like Tom Marechek. Michigan State hasn't. And if he gets the hot hand early, well, it could be a long night for the Spartans.
I would predict a big night for Tommy Marechek just because, as you said, they've never seen anybody like him. So that will be something to watch.
We'll be back with the opening face-off, Michigan State and Syracuse NCAA Lacrosse. Syracuse Lacrosse is brought to you by Coors Light, the one that won't slow you down. The Silver Bullet is the right beer now. By Pepsi, the taste of a new generation. By Silo, everything that turns you on. And by Embassy Suites Hotels, we're made for each other.
Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
Hey sports fans, here's Coach Mack and Coach Boeheim to play a sports word game. Little players.
Tall players.
Fast players.
Quick players.
College-age players.
Senior players.
Weekend players.
Professional players.
Smart players.
Talented players.
Injured players.
Healthy players.
Dawn Low.
Onondaga Sports Medicine.
The Syracuse answer to sports injuries.
You got the right one, baby.
You got the right one, baby.
You got the right one, baby.
You got the the right one. Everybody.
Baby, you got the right one.
There's only one right one, baby. You got the right one, baby.
With 100% NutraSweet.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
Satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back. Silo, everything that turns you on.
We're back with you in the Carrier Dome as Syracuse and Michigan State get set to meet for the first time in lacrosse history. Michigan State with 11 wins this year. That ties their all-time record, equal twice before. The Michigan State Spartans have a pretty good rooting contingent on hand here in the Carrier Dome. And here is their attack: Wayne Sanzavero, Andy Hilgartner, and Mark Saracine. On the midfield, Jerry Rio, Matt Hermes, and John Lancey, who will also take a fair amount of the faceoffs. Dan and Brian Rice, who are not related, and John Pace on defense. Jeff Horowitz is the goaltender for Michigan State. And there he is. Rich Kimball in his 11th season as the head coach of the Michigan State Spartans. They began playing lacrosse collegiately back in 1970. They play out of the Midwest Lacrosse Association. Archer, Ryder, and Maricek on the attack. Kramer, Lockwood, and Gilmartin on the midfield. McCabe, Holbrook, and Winship on defense. Jerry DiLorenzo is in the goal, and we are set to go. Face-offs will be critical in the game, and we are underway with Michigan State keeping the first one alive and winning the opening face-off. Now that is a surprise.
It's a big stick, actually, too. That's even more of a surprise. He came in from the wing. Pierce, 42 with a big stick, but sometimes it's not whether you win the face-off, it's what you do with it. And Pierce just lost the ball out of bounds as Syracuse hustled and able to get to Pierce, and they will have to clear.
And let's see, the ball is not in the stick of any player yet, and DiLorenzo comes over to get it from the official on the sideline. Here come the Orangemen, Ricky Kramer, perhaps the fastest of the Syracuse players, and now Charlie Lockwood against the retreating Darren Murray. And the first shot is saved by Horowitz, and the rebound ricochets out. A nice move by Kramer to elude the check. Spartans showing that they will play physical right from the opening face. Nick Boynton on behind to Archer. He feeds back to Boynton, switching left hand. Now Kramer, aggressive man-to-man defense, and a second save by Horowitz.
If you look out there, you see some good, as you said, man-to-man defense, but
Ryan Rice defending early on here. And the move made by Maricek. He loses the ball, and it's taken away by Horowitz. He goes up to Rice, double teamed by Boynton, and thrown away. Regained by Kramer. Kramer goes by Dan Rice. And he sends behind. Lockwood was open momentarily. Boynton feeds up top. Ryder, and that one is wide, but back up by Boynton. Nick Boynton seeing a lot of early action, Dale.
Yes, he is, and you're going to see a lot of that, I think. Good double team by Hermes.
Game at a very quick pace, and here comes Boynton for the left-handed shot. And Syracuse draws first blood. That's 4 shots, 2 of those saved by Horowitz, and the first goal of the game.
34, Hermes is the guy on Boynton. He raced in to get in position. Watch him, see, he just came in the picture there. He was not set, ready to play defense, and Boynton made a nice stop and goal move and takes a soft left-handed shot right between Horowitz's legs for goal number 1. So Hermes just a little bit late getting in position, not able to set up, cost Michigan State a goal. Syracuse lost the face-off again, but the ball is now in possession. Michigan State.
That's only the second goal in the last 8 games for Nick Boynton. Michigan State with it now. They're down 1-0, a minute and a half into the game, and they show good quickness. Nice one-on-one move, and DiLorenzo came out. The ball is regained by the Spartans. Frank Killian, low shot. It got a pipe after DiLorenzo might have got a piece of it.
One of the things they said in talking to him, they want to get to DiLorenzo early. They think if you can get in DiLorenzo's head, if you can get a couple of goals by him, you're going to make things a little easier for yourself. He's got the new shield, though. We'll see what happens, but they're getting some good shots off early.
Spartans work from behind. Defense applied by Winship.
Lots of picking and cutting on the crease. It's really crazy there.
Winship with the big stick. His man comes back to the right hand, and DiLorenzo
push
came out to help on the defense there.
This ought to be just a push unless he calls a cross check.
DiLorenzo's being sent off.
Watch. All the cutting on the crease. There's the push. There's the push right there. Pushed him the direction he did not want to go. And so that will be 30 seconds. These officials getting it straightened out. It is 30 seconds.
Mark Saracena is the leading scorer for the Spartans with 35 goals and 23 assists. He's tops in both categories. Wayne Sanzavero second, 32 goals and 11 assists.
Syracuse has been very, very effective in the man-down defense. They get the ball in. This game's getting a little slow there.
Yeah, the officials in spotting the ball a little bit out of the ordinary. Now play back in. And here's a man-up situation for Michigan State. Spartans have had a couple of shots so far in the game. Number 4 is Rama Malone. Clockwise movement for the moment. Chris Heide outside number 27. They work it in close. In the slot, the pass is knocked down. Patain is in there, 24, and now it is Pat McCabe. And a whistle stops the play. A ward-off, I believe.
Right.
Using the free hand to push off.
Well, that's either that or, so when you get new officials, people from outside the area you're not used to seeing, they do things a little bit differently.
Now Michigan State gets it back. Still with the extra man, and now the penalty is over, and the Spartans pursuing it and losing it for the moment. Mike Doyle in there.
Good hustle by Doyle as he was all over Killian. Incidentally, while we got a chance, you talked about Saracen. He's from Cortland, New York, as his head coach, Rich Kimball. So in Central New York connection.
Isn't that the cradle of lacrosse coaches?
Why, it's that in Syracuse. There's the Coach Kimball. Syracuse is getting to be. I would have to assume Syracuse probably has as many or more than anybody.
DiLorenzo, head manning at midfield. On the move now, Dom Finn getting it back to John Barr. A little blue pass that Archer can't handle.
Well, that's a mistake right there that you want to try to avoid in these playoffs. Just a poor communication between the passer and Archer.
DeVern Reed comes on with David Patain and Matt Moore as Michigan State clears it upfield. Darren Murray in on the clear number 1. He's heading to the bench. And the Spartans are having trouble getting it across within 10. And they throw it away. They have to rush to get across, and here comes McCabe. Way downfield he goes to Ryder. And the pop-out pass to Maricek. Played by Rice from
Brian
behind.
Rice, yep.
Here comes Tom, sets up, goes low and scores. He set up the backhand and then he went low with the forehand, and it's 2-0 Syracuse.
Well, when you're going to play a man-to-man defense, you and I have talked about it before, Dave. This man, Tom Maricek, is one of the best stick handlers in the country. If he's got to be the best, and it's very difficult to guard. Now, this is Rice all by himself with no help. Now he starts to get in front. He's a little bit out of position, goes over the head and misses, and as soon as Maricek feels him go up over the head and not get a part of the stick, he dropped it down, took a sidearm shot for goal number 2.
And goal number 43 on the year now for Maricek. Lockwood, 22, is going to get it. And immediately looks upfield as Bob Fazy runs off, having won the face for Syracuse. It's 2-0 Orange in the opening 4 minutes of the game. Gil Martin, 44, cuts through. Jerry Ryu, number 2, playing against Ricky Kramer, who gets the step and throws it high, way over the head of Tom Marechek.
11:04 left in the first quarter. Syracuse up by 2-0.
Doyle, Patain, and DeBurn Reed come on the defensive midfield. Again, Syracuse applying defensive pressure, a ride, like a full court press. And that forces another Michigan State turnover. You know, we didn't see Syracuse do a heck of a lot of this during the regular season, but I think they realize it's a new situation for Michigan State. A lot of nerves working here.
Well, Hillgardner tried to get the ball to Brian Pearson. Like Syracuse, they pass out of bounds. Both teams perhaps a little nervous. You'd think Michigan State a little more nervous than Syracuse, but Syracuse looking to clear the ball, and there's a real high pass for, that would be Wilt Winship if he could have gotten that one down.
Roy Simmons went to the hair on that one. Can't afford to be tugging on him.
He just, Jerry DiLorenzo just, spread out his hands, palms up, like, sorry, nothing I could do about it, made a mistake.
Ryu is double teamed by Doyle and Ryder. He's in trouble. He loses it before the hit. And the ball fell against Ryder's foot. And here comes Doyle.
Doyle's a defensive midi. Let's see what he does. He's going to get off.
Settles it down, yeah, and he'll leave the field and be replaced by Charlie Lockwood.
Well, we got a second. We mentioned our stat person lets us know, Karen Ryan, 5 turnovers so far for Syracuse. Kind of uncharacteristic, perhaps.
Up top to Gil Martin with operating room. He lost the ball.
Nice check.
That's number 6.
Yep. Lancey on the check for Michigan State.
And the Spartans rush it upfield. Here is Holbrook applying defense against Andy Hillgardner.
Another mistake. That's the second one for Hillgardner. He left-handed pass way out of bounds.
Pretty ugly so far.
Yeah, not a cute game.
5 minutes in, 2-0 Syracuse. Very pleasant playing conditions in the Dome tonight. Extremely warm outside. Andy Boland coming across midfield. He's got Lockwood to his right. Instead he goes deep in the corner. Ryder and behind him Marechek. And now Lockwood after Gil Martin handled it. Marechek playing more of the behind feeder role late in the season. Now he comes out, working one-on-one. Nice save, Horowitz. Marechek looking for his own rebound. He deflected the outlet. The cage is open. It's still open. And now it's Michigan State in transition, and their fans rise to their feet. Hillgardner might have had the angle for the shot. He feeds into a crowd. They lose the ball. Lockwood comes up with it. Downfield to Gil Martin. Now it's unsettled in Syracuse's favor. Gil Martin's going to rush right to the cage.
Nice save.
Horowitz again.
Good save. Down low.
He's playing very well.
Yes, he was. Check his saves.
That's 4 now for Horowitz.
Yep.
Ryder lost it. A lot of action here, and it's last touched by Syracuse.
Syracuse has gotten 7 shots off, and one of the things that we have noticed during the year is every year they get a lot of shots, 200 more shots so far, as Michigan State's going to take a timeout and talk things over. I think that's to settle them down and say, hey guys, we're doing great. Our goalie's hot. We're doing well. We're only down by 2, but you got to stop making the silly mistakes and turning the ball over.
Well, regardless of what happens here, the NCAA Final Four is coming to Syracuse Memorial Day weekend, and accompanying the games will be the NCAA's Yes Clinic. And this is a free lacrosse clinic for all youngsters from age 10 through grade 12. There'll be 2 different sessions divided up by the ages and grades. As you see, if you're between age 10 and an 8th grader, your session will be Sunday, May the 26th. And that will be from noon to 4 p.m. That's limited from age 10 through grade 8. Registration will be 11 in the morning at Coyne Stadium. Now the second session is on Monday, the day of the championship game. That's for students in high school, grades 9 through 12, and is scheduled from 8:15 in the morning until 11:20. And registration will begin on Monday morning for the high school students at 7:30 at Coyne Stadium. Now, it is suggested that you pre-register by calling that number at the bottom of the screen. This is an exceptional opportunity for young people to get excellent lacrosse instruction.
Let's take a look at Horowitz here as they went down low on him. Gilmartin, watch Horowitz. Nice step. Says, where's the ball? Comes up with a rebound. And one of the things when you get into tournament play is you love to have a hot goalie. And they can really take the heart out of another team. And Horowitz has got 7 saves. 7 saves.
Jerry DiLorenzo, the masked man tonight with a yellow shield.
Let me just correct myself. He's had 7 shots, 4 saves.
There's a flag down on the field.
Yeah.
So it's a delayed call.
It's against Syracuse. Let's see, that ought to do it.
Yep. Ball came free, and now we'll get the assessment.
Offside. So that will cost Syracuse. Archer will cost him 30 seconds.
By the way, our referee today is Scott Boyle. Ed Stude is the umpire. Brian Maumee is the field judge, and Nate Foote is the bench official.
Second man up opportunity for Michigan State. They did not convert on the first.
2-0, Syracuse leading as we approach the midway point of the first quarter. Spartans working it in clockwise fashion. Here's a good shot coming. And DiLorenzo had that one lined up.
Yeah, you're right. He was in the right position if the ball was right on, and he was right where he should be.
Jamie Archer sitting it
Sneak.
out. And a dive attempt. He stepped in the crease.
Yeah.
That was Mark Saracine trying the Midwest air gate.
Yeah, well, what he tries to do, he's got an inside position, but you can see his foot clearly on the yellow line, and Syracuse should escape with this other man-down situation, and they do.
Dom Finn moving on Rob Pierce. Now he puts on the stick of Ricky Kramer. John Barr has come on, number 30. Immediately he sets up out of your picture in front of the cage. Maricek popped to the corner, but Kramer gives it back to Maricek. Coming in, a shovel pass in a crowd to Barr, and Finn comes up with it off the Boynton pick. Back across Kramer. Maricek easy to spot with a black high tops. Here comes Archer. Oh, a hit and a half.
Rice.
Maricek got shoved from behind. Bad outlet pass. Not saved by Fritz Killian.
Trying to check and see. I thought they might go to a little bit of a zone defense there. They have one. They don't use it predominantly, but they will use it to change the look a little bit. Oh, they appear to be man-to-man right now. Oh, he's beat. Nope.
Boynton nearly had Rice beaten.
Yeah.
That's Dan Rice, who plays without any elbow pads. There's Dom Finn. Kramer up top. Maricek is playing behind. We haven't seen Archer involved too much in the customary position back there. That's on the outside.
Outside.
And Horowitz picks up that shot from Jamie Archer, and he gets it up to Ryu. 2-0 Syracuse, 6.5 minutes to go. On the move now, John Lancey. Michigan State mishandling it behind. Winship, smothered defense. They passed it poorly into a crowd. McCabe boxed out, and the ball rolls across midfield. Michigan State has it. Rice on the feed now to Matt Hermes. Here come the Spartans, roll dodge, and a good save by DiLorenzo. And Barr, with good speed, gets it back for the Orange.
Good hustle. He beat Saracine right to the line as the ball went out. D'Lo into the game. We got to wait till everybody gets off here. He's looking for some help.
Are those shoes lovely?
They are. D'Lo liking the mask, apparently, as Syracuse needs a little help to get this ball out.
Ricky Kramer goes down. Stick came loose, so did the ball. And the Spartans now rush it up, but they can't handle it again, and Andy Bolin is there. Up to Gilmartin, who tried to block it like a catcher. It went through his legs. He shovels it ahead. Gilmartin, nice change of direction. Spin move, and he lost the momentum on the shot. Ryder saves. Now Archer.
Adele took him down, 26 shot.
John
Body
Barr
save.
took a long time to release that shot. Maricek has it. He got hit right around the head by something. State ball.
Well, you know what they've got? They've got a little bit of momentum. They're only down by 2 goals. What do they got to lose? And Rich Kimball's saying, let's go. What have I got to do here? Adele, by the way, 26, had a couple of nice body saves, got in the way of some shots for Michigan State.
It is still 2-0. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Horowitz looking at another number 11, intercepted by Maricek. Horowitz was out of the cage. Maricek feeds to Archer. There it is.
That's the kind of thing that breaks your heart.
For a second, I thought Maricek would let it fly from about 40 yards away, but he made the right pass.
Yep. Watch Archer's going to get to the crease. There's the pass, but watch what Maricek does. Steps in front, left-handed pass, grab and intended for Malone. Now he looks, makes the pass to the crease, and now one-on-one with Horowitz, and he'll let it go.
3-0 Syracuse, exactly 5 minutes to go, and the Orangemen and Bob Fazy win the faceoff.
Even up now at 2 apiece in the faceoff department.
Bettinger has come on. Archer missed that quick stick attempt in the slot, and it's regained by the Spartans and John Lancey. Steve Bettinger had 3 goals against Adelphi last game. That is a beautiful check by Ricky Kramer, and the crowd really applauds his effort.
Yeah, he took it away from Lancey. Good hustle. The ball bounces off Lancey. Watch the one-hand check, and there it is, right off his stick, out of bounds. Lancey trying to find it.
And Kramer now puts it back in play, gets it to DiLorenzo. Jerry deals it in the middle of the field to Pat McCabe. The defenseman has come across. He's into the offense. Bettinger returns it to McCabe. He shoots, and it's saved by Horowitz. McCabe nearly blocked the outlet pass. Back comes Ryu for Michigan State. Spartans haven't had much offensively in this first quarter.
Nice
There's
move.
a nice check by Holbrook. They're going to get him perhaps for the slash. He can't believe the call.
I don't know if it's Winship. Did he make a call? Oh, yes. I don't think they're pleased with the call. It's called interference. So that'll be a 30-second penalty. Third man up opportunity. Michigan State 0 for 2 at this point.
John Winship rather hot as he went to the penalty box. John Desko came over to try to cool him down for a bit. Kevin Donahue also talking with him as you watch this extra man opportunity for the Spartans, looking to get on the board. And a nice move by Saracen, but he was in the crease, no goal.
Now a little turnabout. Saracen doesn't like the call, and he was hot. The man from Portland. Let's see if he was in the crease. There's the pass from Malone. Now he tries to sneak on the extra man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Puts in.
just a good size 9 in there, past the yellow line.
And it remains 3-0 Syracuse. Back comes Charlie Lockwood, looking back and finally getting the pass in. Maybe ready to unleash the laser. Instead, it's a feed. And a behind the backer and a great save by Horowitz. What presence of mind to be prepared for that shot from Maricek. Michigan State's Andy Hilgartner comes up with it. A little bloop to Fritz Killian. Killian moving against Holbrook. Watch the big black stick of Eric Holbrook.
That's going to be a penalty, too. Syracuse going to be offside.
Somebody come across.
Might have left the box. Didn't go in the right side. At any rate, it is a 30-second penalty, so this will be the 4th opportunity for Michigan State. Syracuse, incidentally, on the year only allows about 1 out of 5 on man down. It's an excellent average. They're playing very well in that department. Nice check by Patain.
And Maricek ahead of the field with Archer. And open on the other side is Kramer.
Oh.
And Maricek may have blocked his vision of that pass.
Well, they got the man out of the box anyway, out of the penalty box, because they got a release, but they blew the pass. It's tough going at full speed, but they will not get the ball as it was off Syracuse.
Score remains 3-0. We have 2:45 to go in the first quarter, and Syracuse contesting every clearing opportunity by Michigan State. Now they relax it, and the Spartans throw it away.
They've had a number of turnovers, and that's the thing that kills you. Incidentally, Horowitz out of Maryland. There's Coach Kimball out of Cortland, but I've been impressed with Horowitz, Dave. He has not only been able to stop the shots, he makes the nice outlet pass.
And anticipation is so much a part of a successful goalie, and he had Maricek lined up.
Yeah, and that behind the back, I'm sure they have probably got a number of games on tape from our broadcasts and others.
Here comes Pat McCabe in the offensive half of the field. That went over the head of Ryder. We've seen Syracuse now throw away 2 or 3 of those. Very uncharacteristic.
Maybe 4.
Yeah.
They're not looking especially sharp in that department. Also in a category where they normally dominate face-offs, they're even at 2 apiece.
Must be those black shoes.
I don't know. I was talking to him about the Adelphi game, and Coach Donahue told me that the face-off situation got a little desperate. They're going to bring in McCabe again. No problem clearing the ball for Michigan State.
Here comes Ryu. That's lost and regained. And
he wants to get rid of it. Big stick up there.
Defensive man had it.
Rice
There's
finally got
Holbrook
rid of it.
all over him like a blanket, and David Patane picks it up. Ryder is streaking ahead of the field. They tried to get it to him. Maricek did. Maricek's really being ragged all over the field. They're doing a good job on Tom Maricek.
John's pace is on him. And also Pierce, I should say. He's the big stick midi. 42. He did a nice job on Maricek.
Question is, for how long can you keep him in check?
Well, you look also, and Pierce is the big stick midfielder, but they don't send another defensive midfield in. Pierce goes in and plays with the midfield that's in there when they play defense, so they don't have a lot of depth.
Number 4, Ramo Malone has come on for Michigan State. Malone's a junior from Newton, Massachusetts, and there's Syracuse's number 4, Matt Ryder, coming up with a loose ball. Now Maricek will settle it down. Dom Finn is coming on. DuBurn Reed is leaving. And John Barr also entering.
They talk about Saracen and Ryder probably know each other. Saracen from Cortland and the Ryder from Homer.
By the way, Michigan State is now in their midterms as that shot is fired wide by Dom Finn.
They're in a quarter system, right?
They've got 3 more weeks of school to go. I don't know if it's quarters or trimesters.
Yeah.
They will be switching to semesters, not next fall, but the year after. Syracuse, meanwhile, has been out of school now for, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
John Barr shoots low and he scores.
Barr takes a low shot and it gets by Horowitz. Horowitz had it tracked down. Let's see, we're going to see the pass. Now watch the shot's going to go low, and watch Horowitz down. Ooh, just a little bit too late as it went right over, under I should say, his stick, and John Barr with his 7th goal of the year.
8 goals now for John Barr.
Another
behind the back pass that goes out of bounds. Michigan State's going to have it with under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
You know, it's got to be tough when a team from the West always has to make the tournament. And this year it was Michigan State. I'm taking nothing away from Michigan State, but you got to imagine Syracuse looking at it saying, these guys are ranked 20th. They probably wouldn't even be in the playoffs. It's really perhaps difficult for them to take Michigan State as seriously as somebody else.
Now the Spartans, Dan Rice. Half a minute to go. From behind, you can hear Jerry DiLorenzo calling out the defense. Chris Stutler, number 12. Here's Saracen, who put one in the nets, but had stepped in the crease prior to it. And he beat 2 men. He beat DiLorenzo and Eric Holbrook. And yes, the Spartans can now whoop it up officially. They're on the board.
Well, you know, you could hear him yelling hold, and you watch what Winship does when Di Lorenzo yells hold. Watch him. Now, right now, he's yelling hold, hold. Now, Winship says, he puts that big piece of lumber and aluminum on him and says, hold, and pushes him and pushes him. Watch, down. It goes off a foot, I believe. Yes, it's off of D'Lo's right leg, and in it went, off his ankle.
I think it hit D'Lo's leg, and then it hit the leg of Holbrook, if I'm not mistaken. It is 4-1. And Syracuse gets the face-off. Kramer, a little bit of a blue pass to Maricek. Tommy gets it back. Behind the back, and did they beat the clock? No. And stepping in the crease was Charlie Lockwood. 1 second to go in the quarter. That would have been spectacular.
That was the longest behind-the-back pass I've ever seen. Laser up in the air, not able to put it by Horowitz.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter of this NCAA opening round game, with Syracuse leading Michigan State 4-1.
Before STX, lacrosse historically looked like this. Because of STX, lacrosse now looks like this. When it's your turn to make lacrosse history, do it with the original and best equipment in the game. STX.
You know when you feel it, baby. You hold it, you hear it, you taste it, it's right. You got the right one, baby. If it's irrepressibly lovable, unsurpassably quotable, and intimately soulful, you got the right one, baby.
With 100% NutraSweet.
Lacrosse is America's fastest growing and most exciting sport. For all your lacrosse needs, it's Ullman Sports International. Ullman has the best in protective equipment. Custom sticks with exclusive Ullman pockets. The latest t-shirts, team jerseys, shorts, jackets, and a full line of officials gear. Ullman Sports International has everything you need to play your best and look great doing it. For a free catalog, call 1-800-BEST.
We have people who have previously worked for airlines, people who have worked with group travel in the past, and some who've come from the corporate environment as well. So it's a great feeling to know that you can get what you want for your client, and sometimes it's even more fun when they call you and they expect you to come back with some wildly expensive airfare, and you can offer them a great deal on a sale that you've just been advised of. They're so pleased, and you can really feel that smile across the phone. Makes our day.
Syracuse University Lacrosse is brought to you by Onondaga Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center. We don't just get you back on your feet, we get you back in the game. By Brine Lacrosse. Brine rules. By Ullman Sports International. And by STX Lacrosse. Back with you in the Carrier Dome. Michigan State's contingent, loud and always behind their Spartans, who are down 4-1 after one quarter. Syracuse goal scoring by Boynton, Maricek, Archer, and Barr.
See, shots, Syracuse pumping them up a little bit there, but one of the statistics so far in this game, ground balls, Syracuse ahead 12-10, but it shows Michigan State really hustling. One of the problems is that both teams have had some turnovers, which you don't see there. Some man-up opportunities for Michigan State, but they've been able to convert one. But stick skills, not quite there for Michigan State. Syracuse, however, playing a little bit sloppy.
Fazy wins the face and controls by himself. Matt Ryder will give it up for Charlie Lockwood as Fazy departs. Syracuse right to left here in the second quarter. Nice move by Lockwood. Another fine save by Horowitz against Maricek.
He's a player, this kid.
Yeah, he's got some crazy legs too, doesn't he?
Yeah. They're going to have a little trouble advancing this.
Nice stutter step by John Pace. They didn't get it across. And Nick Boynton back on for Syracuse. He goes to his left to Archer. Now to Maricek. What will he do? Oh, nice feed to Boynton, and Maricek has it back. Pulled down by Lockwood. Here comes the shot.
Oh, couldn't.
No, he didn't release it.
Nice.
Oh, terrific job by Horowitz. And he cheaps it out of there. He earned that one. DiLorenzo can't avoid any contact. He came way out to throw his body around.
This is one of the problems that Michigan State has, getting people on there late, coming out of the box, getting their defensive people on. And
Archer,
also,
to nobody in particular, but Maricek is there.
Just going to mention also, these guys aren't getting much rest.
Nick Boynton goes low and he misses. Archer vacuums it up.
Well, they're really putting the shots on Horowitz.
Oh, nice move by Boynton. Archer fires. Second goal of the game for Jamie Archer, and you can't fault Horowitz on that.
Well, they took 4 shots in a minute and 30 seconds on him, and the last one went in. Nice move by Boynton. They jumped Boynton. That left him open on the crease, and Jamie Archer comes up with goal number 5.
And it's 5-1 Syracuse. The only goal by Michigan State was in the final 15 seconds of the first quarter. A long battle on this faceoff. Gil Martin, he wins it. He loses it. He takes a man down. And here comes Killian. Intended for Saracen and thrown away.
There's the sticks that I was talking about. It's difficult when you've got a program where you get kids, as you said, Dave, a lot of kids from Michigan on the roster, not a lot of experience in high school. Get good athletes and try to convert them. One of the big telling factors is the stick skill, and so far that's been a factor.
So far, a man who hasn't been a factor, Wayne Sanzavero, on the attack for Michigan State. Tom Finn has it now, off the pass by McCabe.
Long.
Quick feed, beautiful feed, and a tremendous save again by Horowitz. I can't say enough about his play. He's the best I've seen this year.
He's tough.
Rice gets leveled by Gil Martin. A legal hit.
Oh, yeah. You got to get rid of the ball against these guys from Syracuse, the midfielders. Boy, if you're going to walk up the sideline with it, now reaching there looking for somebody, but you know he's not getting any help on the other end. That's a classic lacrosse check.
Now Don Finn back to Gil Martin, the man who just threw that check. Jamie Archer now back in his accustomed feeder position from behind. And Maricek finds John Barr. Man-to-man by the Spartans. Nice move. And a feed in close. And Jamie Archer gets his 3rd goal.
You watch Archer on this. He gets a great jump from behind. There's the move. And watch Archer, though. He jumped, lost his man. No, didn't even see him move, and then of course Horowitz saw him, but by the time he got out, Dave, he could not stop the shot of Jamie Archer.
Horowitz has been able to stop everything he's been able to see.
Yeah.
But in this game, you've got to have eyes in the back of your head because you can score or pass from behind. 6-1. And Fazy has the ball in his own stick. And he comes in and he just shoots high.
We mentioned the lack of depth.
Oh, they call this Michigan State ball? And now they correct it.
Incidentally, we'll talk a little bit about clearing. The last 5 opportunities for Michigan State, they have failed to clear the ball. Difficult to put any pressure on when you can't get the ball down.
Ricky Kramer. Moments ago, there was a banner ravishing Rick that was hanging on that wall. It's been taken down for some reason as Ricky gives it up to Lockwood. And quickly it goes to Archer with 3 goals already. Feeds way up top to Lockwood. That's wide. 11.5 to play in the first half. 6-1 Syracuse. It was 4-1 at the quarter.
Clearing out a little bit for Kramer, left-handed shot.
Ricky Kramer ups it to 7-1 now.
They're in trouble now. Watch the move, just kind of a one-on-one out on Rio, and he takes him right, takes him left, and comes back, takes the left-handed shot right on the stick side of the goalie.
The most goals allowed this season by Michigan State, 13.
No possession yet. That's a face-off.
And here's John Barr giving it up. Archer lost it, got it back. What will he do? The cutter fires and scores.
Corcoran.
Yeah, Tim Corcoran came out of nowhere right across the crease. And now it's 8-1. Michigan State needs a timeout. But well, they're not showing it yet.
Well, they used one. They only get 2.5, and they just the matchups are beginning to show here as they drop the ball off to Corcoran, and you know they got fresh people in there. Wolf is on him, not able to stop him, but you got a guy like Corcoran coming in, and he's got a great shot. Very difficult to.
Did you see him work his way right through the picket fence?
Yeah.
Michigan State wins the face.
Nice job. Is that Adele?
Joey Dell won it.
He's got the ball right now.
The Spartans rated in the top 20 for the first time in their history this week. Number 20 and seeded number 12 in the 12-team Division I field. They get the automatic berth given to a Midwest team. Intended for Saracen and behind him.
Now they're looking at a 7-goal deficit with 10:29 left in the first half.
It could be a very long evening. DiLorenzo wants some help.
Well, D'Lo might make him a little bit better.
And he just gives it up quickly.
There he goes.
He hung it up for McCabe. McCabe very clever with that stick. Look at that. John Barr.
And the fans are applauding for the nice job that
Maricek wants the backhander, does he? Against 3 players, he scores.
He's amazing. And McCabe started the whole thing off. And the fans are loving it. Tommy Maricek in contention for the attackman of the year. Let's see. He's going to move. They're going to try to get a slide as many people as possible. But Rice couldn't hold him in. Pierce tried to slide over, but couldn't help out, and there's going to be a timeout.
Yeah, they do take the timeout now. As Syracuse, in the span of 3.5 minutes, has scored 5 unanswered goals. It was a 4-1 game, and Michigan State could breathe a little bit of relief. They were, in effect, holding their own, but now they're way out of it, 9-1. Let's take a look at the final regular season USILA poll. North Carolina undefeated #1 and Brown undefeated #2. The one team you don't see there was Rutgers at number 11. They were in the field. They were eliminated in the first round with a loss.
Of course, the idea is to get in the top 4 and get the bye. And Syracuse, if they were, would not be playing today.
How about Virginia losing as well at Towson State?
That's right. It'll be interesting.
And here's another reminder about the NCAA's Yes Clinic. There'll be 2 separate clinics. If you're age 10 or up till the 8th grade, your clinic is set for Sunday, May the 26th. And that is from noon to 4. Registration at 11 a.m. And if you're in grades 9 through 12, in other words, a high school player, the clinic for you is Monday, May the 27th. Registration 7:30 in the morning, and the clinic will go until 11:20. So it'll give you time to attend the clinic and then get over to the Dome and see the championship game. Tremendous turnout last year down at Rutgers for the Yes Clinic, and youngsters came away with fine souvenirs. They each got an official lacrosse ball and a T-shirt.
A little bit of knowledge.
A lot of knowledge.
Right.
Probably the best thing about the clinic is watching the current players and the former players giving something back to the kids. And they just love to teach youngsters this game of lacrosse. Jamie Archer. That's goal number 4.
John Pace, 35, was closest to him, but they cannot stop Archer. Archer's kind of roaming around the crease down there, and watch what happens. That Kramer takes a left-handed pass, and he's behind 9, Rice, and in front of 35, Pace, and the result is goal number 4 for him and goal number 10 for Syracuse.
That ties Jamie Archer's career high, 4 goals. He's done it now 4 times this season.
They're letting Archer, he was there again.
Ricky Kramer to Lockwood. Into Archer. Number 5, new career high.
There's nobody there on him. I don't know what they're doing. They are not doing anything to guard him. He's just free on the crease.
Jamie Archer with a new career high, 5 goals.
Lockwood's going to get the assist. Face-off situation has started to change a bit. Syracuse 9-4 in the lead.
Fazy left without the ball. No, it was Corcoran on the face. And it's Fritz Killian winning it for the Spartans. Not a good shot, but Michigan State with backup from Saracen. They call it a shot.
That's their first shot of this quarter. 7th only for Michigan State. Syracuse is taking 27. You can hear him saying, hold, hold.
Here's that same situation.
Yeah, over the head.
Who got it? Holbrook was in. There were 3 people in the Syracuse cage, right?
Yeah.
DiLorenzo, Holbrook, and McCabe.
Well, the offside defender dropped in, and then Holbrook was there, wind chip. You can see him crowding up on the crease there. They're going to make a break, and then you got to stay with your man.
That aluminum being wielded by Pat McCabe. From the waist to the shoulders is okay, right?
As long as you get part of the stick, they'll let you have 1 or 2 shots on the body.
Intimidation by Syracuse.
As long as it's not deliberate, and McCabe doing a lot of checking down there, lots of poking. Hacking the hue and leaving that aluminum shards on the artificial surface.
You see Barr and Finn come on. Michigan State's Joey Dell was on and then off.
Finn's been kind of quiet.
And he's the guy who customarily throws his weight around.
He makes some bad checks.
And now Bolin gets a lot of room to operate. Here he comes, 15 yards of open field.
Let's watch
Maricek.
Let's watch the crease. They're going to put somebody. They're going to have to chain somebody to Archer.
Gil Martin up top. A roll dodge right, comes back left.
And they have got John Pace pacing with Archer.
Here comes Maricek. Knocked away from him nicely on the play by Kai Chang. And now Rice. Martin took a swipe at it. Michigan State in transition, handling the ball well. Killian moving on Bolin. And there's DiLorenzo stopping that bounce shot.
Yeah. See what the call is. It was quite a pileup out there. Slash. Syracuse would be down a man for a minute. Opportunity number 5. 1 for the Spartans out of the 4. There's the save right there. Not able to control it, and that's when all the, look at that, yow! Look at this, and that's what you're supposed to do. We'll take a penalty if they call it, but don't let anybody get a cheap goal. Knock everybody down, clear off the crease, and Winship was called for a slash. As I said, if Syracuse can stop this, this would be their season average, which is great, 1 out of 5, but they got a long way to go, and they don't do it.
Michigan State scores. Saracen gets the goal. And it's now Syracuse 11 and Michigan State 2. Second goal of the game.
They're going to get the ball over. Saracen's going to come up from behind right there. And he just takes a long shot, low. And man up opportunity number 2 in terms of production. So 2 out of 5 for the Spartans on man up.
I think they said Rama Malone gets the assist. And it's 11-2. Bob Fazy give the Spartans a lot of credit here for hustle. Fazy back to get it. Being checked a couple of times from behind, handles it cleanly. Ricky Kramer.
Fazy's going to go out and Ryder's going to be in.
There's Marichek, making Archer one more time. 6 goals for Jamie Archer.
Well, Rice, number 9, was closest to him, and they are not able to keep track of Jamie Archer on the crease. Here's Kramer, just kind of loping down, fakes. Nice left-handed pass. There's the slide, and not able to slide back and pick up Archer. They're having a little bit of problem there when they jump as to who picks up the man on the crease. Archer, goal number 6.
Jamie would probably be the first to tell you he hasn't had to work all that hard on those goals.
There's the story of the clock and the scoreboard.
Fazy paying the price on this face-off.
Play on, but it was just a push. It'll be Syracuse ball.
Syracuse leading 12-2, and they have the ball back.
He puts his arm up because what it means is I don't want to penalize. If Syracuse got the ball, I don't want to penalize him on a fast break by calling a penalty. So he had his arm up, and then when they did not get the ball, then they stopped action and gave it to Syracuse. Good call. Keep your eye on Archer, 11, as he leaves the screen. I'm sure he'll be back in a minute. He's got 6 goals.
And Gilmartin on the isolation. He gets free.
Syracuse ball. Archer's going to track it down as Gilmartin trots back. Behind, you've got Archer and Marichek. And he's going to take it himself, run it back out on top, and set it up with the midfielder.
The winner of this game plays at Johns Hopkins on Sunday. Is there any doubt? Ryder wheeling and dealing, and that same spot is so open for Syracuse. Right at the head of the crease.
Dan Rice, number 6, is the guy. Watch 6. See him right there in the green. Now watch what's going to happen. Ryder's right behind him. Where is he? And Ryder pops out with his stick up, and look at Rice. See Rice sliding the wrong way? Great shot, guys. He tries to come back, but he can't do it. He loses track of Ryder. He slides to his left. Ryder moves to the right with his stick up. Perfect placement. What a great shot that was. It shows you exactly what's going on in the crease.
Michigan State had a game this year in which they were ahead of Ohio Wesleyan 9-1 at the half. 9-1, Dale. And they lost 15-9.
Yeah. That's when you get that wake-up call that we talk about.
That is the Ohio Wesleyan team coached by Leland Rogers and John Zilberti.
Yep, they've done a heck of a job. They have.
You don't suppose those guys would show up during the semifinals and final weekend
they
here?
Might be here.
13-2. We have 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Ricky Kramer goes right and scores. Second goal of the game.
Horowitz now just getting a little shell shock. Shot 33 at him, results in goal 14.
He was so hot for quite a while.
And you're going to see Kramer just kind of change of pace. And then they make the jump. But Horowitz keeping his cool. 2 and 3 for Kramer at this point.
Dom Finn in pursuit. Sending back to Di Lorenzo. About the only action he's had. On Schmid heads off. Was Schmid a starter at the beginning of the year?
And now, you know what they do? I think they're grooming him as a defenseman. So they put you in that as a defensive midfielder. Oh, look, see what happened?
Spectacular goal by Matt Ryder from behind with what you used to call Subway Gate.
Subway Gate. I'll tell you what happened is he lost the man. Watch what happens. They go after the man with the ball. There's the behind-the-back pass from Maricek. 2 guys on Maricek, and he's losing his balance, so he dives, and the ball passes the plane before he crashes through the crease. Great.
That's the goal of the game.
Matt Ryder.
Maybe one of the best of the year by Matt Ryder, showing that it can be done by others.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's interesting. What happened was they came out, 2 of them were on Maricek. Maricek able to find the open man with a behind-the-back pass. That's the key. Oh!
Maricek from down low, up high. 16-2.
That's a euphemistically a real hard shot to stop. Makes the pass, can't get on his stick, give him the time to crank, and go offside at about 90 miles an hour, and that's what happens. They're going to give an assist to Finn as well. They should. It was a nice pass. Finn's
and Dom Finn picks it up now. And quickly they get down into attacking range. Here comes Matt Ryder. And Jamie Archer is saved that time. But the outlet is stolen by Barr. He eludes a check. He feeds it to Archer in close. Maricek! Oh, spectacular! Syracuse has scored their 17th goal of this half, and they have scored 13 goals in 10 minutes.
Well, Horowitz has had enough. They're going to give him a break and take him out. Well, watch this shot. He's going away from the goal. A man steps out to try to play him, and he just takes a well-placed shot. And, you know, I got to give Horowitz all the credit in the world. They took 37 shots at him. He had 12 saves, and now he's going to get a reprieve as McCready, 33, is in.
How do you stop that? How do you stop a shot like that? Syracuse 17-2, and Lockwood fires and scores. Well, the last time Michigan State was here, they played to a tie with Syracuse. Was it 2020 tie?
2020, awful game, right? There's the ball down, bouncing, not able to be controlled by Wolf. Lockwood gets it up, nice pass to Kramer. Kramer looking, gives it back, and Lockwood, just a real nice shot. That's hard to do, ladies and gentlemen. Take a shot like that when you were running at top speed, and 1 and 2 for Lockwood, and now this is where it gets difficult.
And it's thrown away. Chris McCready, the goalie, is out, and he gets it back for the Spartans.
Freddie Amaya in for Syracuse, number 8. You know, now that the turnovers have stopped for Syracuse, that's what you can see what kind of an effect they have in the game, Dave. First quarter, sloppy back and forth, but now when they start to get on, it's very difficult to knock them off.
Steve Bettinger on, and there's a violation.
Over and back. Well, not in the goal, but he went out of the box and back in. crossed that restraining line, so it'll be Syracuse ball.
We talked earlier about the good job they were doing against Marichek, but how long could you keep him in check? And you've seen the results. Freddie Amaya out to Tim Corcoran.
Bettinger, the man who did so well against the Delphi, in.
And now it goes out to John Barr. It is 18-2. Now we have 4 minutes plus in the first half to play.
You get a lot of face-off stats. And of course you can't ask your second team middies and attackmen not to take their shots and score.
This is the second highest scoring team in Syracuse history.
Corcoran tried a little behind the backer.
Average over 18 goals a game.
There's Corcoran. Here he is, and he's going to get the pass. And McCready there, 33. McCready's only a freshman out of Sewickley, Pennsylvania. He's going to get baptism under fire, isn't he? In the playoffs.
Saraceno has both goals, throws it away. And Di Lorenzo whips it upfield. Bettinger was the intended man. Rice trying to get it back to Sanzavero, and he threw it away.
Could be against Michigan State, I think.
We've got a flag down as well. A rather explosive second quarter.
2-4 white, 1 minute.
13 goals coming in 10 minutes.
Patane's going to be down for a minute on a slash. So man up opportunity number 6 for the Spartans. They have converted 2 of 5, Michigan State.
Saracen to Sanzavero. He gets it back. We seldom even call his name. Chris Heide out there. Smothered out at the defense. On the ground and into the stick of Holbrook. And regained by Eric. Lost by Boynton, but he hustles to get it back. What a job by Nick Boynton.
That's going to release the penalty.
Bettinger comes on.
So Boynton did his job. He got the ball down and released the penalty.
Tom Finn with Ricky Kramer. Kramer signaled to the bench. He said, hey, we're missing one guy.
Illegal for
It took you 5 seconds.
I think what he was saying was he didn't enter you're supposed to enter the field of play within a reasonable amount of time. And what I think they're saying is we were making up for a penalty and the guy didn't get in. And at any rate, it's a moot point. Michigan State's ball.
Well, it's 18-2. I don't think it's going to matter in the outcome. Rice has it with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the half. Di Lorenzo came out and he got the loose ball.
I think D'Lo's going to take an exit here after this half ends.
Here comes John Barr. The defense is retreating. He gave it up just in time and he got hit from behind.
And no penalty?
Well, there's more to this game than just scoring, as the crowd tells you. Here comes Amaya against Rice. Bettinger. Fazy coming on in the offense now. Minute and a half to go. Nick Boynton and Barr against Heide. Barr with a big loping stride. Wants the shot. He's got it.
John Barr out of Fairport, New York.
He's 6'2", and boy, he really had a lot of whip on that shot.
You can see the size right there. Watch him. He's going to go left hand, gets knocked off his base, comes back right, poke check, but they leave him stick open, and he says, "Oh, I can take a sidearm shot high," and he does.
19-2.
15 goals in the second quarter. That's the most Syracuse has scored in a quarter this season, which is not too hard to believe.
Fazy wins it, and John Barr picks it up. Down to Andy Bolin. Will they hit 20 in the first half? It's a pretty good bet. Amaya.
Is that Rice? 35 on Amaya.
Oh, he got the pipe.
Pipe City.
Who's got the rebound, however?
Amaya's hustling, isn't he?
Look at Boynton, check it away. Twice.
Oh,
a wicked one by Nick Boynton. And Michigan State comes up now. Ryu, he's 1 on 3, and he gives it up.
Well,
and he gets it back.
Intensity level out there, I'll tell you, from Syracuse.
And Fazy knocks it free.
Well, these guys are playing like it's playoff time. That's good. Another penalty.
Broken up by Fazy. And with 18 seconds to go, man up for Michigan State.
Man up number 7. Well, I tell you, Syracuse has been really victimized on the penalties. That's a hold. 30 seconds.
So we may not see a 20th goal in this first half.
There is Holbrook on the hold. He showed a little bit earlier, and Holbrook will get a 30-second blow. 18 seconds left in the half. No strategy now. Get the ball in the hole.
Rama Malone loses it. Patane helps Tully get it. He's a big man, isn't he? A whirling dervish. Can he beat the clock? Amaya in close. No. They could not beat the clock as Syracuse is going for their 20th of the first half. And they get a standing ovation as they leave the field, led by the whirling dervish, Mr. Tully, Bill Tully, and it's a 19-2 halftime lead. We'll have the Coors Light halftime highlights coming up.
Hey, sports fans, here's Coach Mack and Coach Boeheim to play a sports word game. Little players.
Tall players.
Fast players.
Quick players.
College-age players.
Senior players.
Weekend players.
Professional players.
Smart players.
Talented players.
Injured players.
Healthy players.
Dawn Low.
Onondaga Sports Medicine.
The Syracuse answer to sports injuries.
You got the right one, baby.
You got the right one, baby. You got the right one, baby. You got the right thing.
You got the right one.
Everybody. Baby, you got the right one.
There's only one right one, baby. You got the right one, baby.
With 100% NutraSweet.
Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
Whoa, just take those old records off the shelf. It's the Coors Light Rock and Roll Summer. Yes, the beer that won't fill you up will be dancing its can off all summer long. Just visit the display and look for the specially marked cans, and you could instantly win Carver's Ultimate Stereo System, Koss stereo phones, Denon portable CD players, and cassettes from Capitol Records. We know it's only Coors Light Rock and Roll Summer, but we like it.
Back with you at halftime of this NCAA opening round game of the 1991 lacrosse tournament, and Syracuse has a very commanding lead of 19-2 as we get set for the Coors Light halftime highlights. This was a 4-1 game at the end of one quarter of play, and definitely the star of the game for the Michigan State Spartans was their goalie, Jeff Horowitz. He kept it close with some great goaltending early on, Dale.
Ryder one-on-one right there, and Horowitz down. He had 12 saves before they finally took him out. He did a great job, as you said. He really kept him in the game in the first quarter.
He saved 4 of the first 7 shots. Here's Ricky Kramer finding a seam in the second quarter when Syracuse exploded for 15 goals.
Ooh.
And the big man in that second quarter was number 11, Jamie Archer.
Man, he owned the crease. There was nobody. They weren't able to contain him, and here's a good look at what he did. He was free on the crease that whole quarter, and he pumped a few by.
Yeah, he had 5 in that second quarter, a total of 6 in the game, a new career high. And what's most significant is the man-up goal situation.
Absolutely. One of the things I think that Michigan State has done is they've tried to stay in the game. They've had some opportunities. They had some lack of stick skills. They threw the ball away a lot, had a lot of turnovers. Syracuse did early, but when they found out that they were a little bit too loose, a little bit too tight and settled down, Syracuse obviously has pulled away. Faceoffs really important, and Syracuse up to 18 faceoffs to 5 for Michigan State. So that's a real telling statistic. There's Roy Simmons Sr., the man who started it all in Syracuse lacrosse, his son and grandson, now coaching here under the big top of the Carrier Dome. And there's something, the three-peat, and now it's 4 for sure.
For sure.
For sure. Why not? For sure. Why not?
Big smile on the face there of Tom Gilmartin. Of course, Syracuse next will be in action at Homewood Field. Only Homewood Field down in Baltimore against Johns Hopkins.
Tough place to play, but you know what? One of the things DiLorenzo says, I like it outside better than being in the dome. And D'Lo is going to be back. He's going to start the second half, but he likes it outside.
What happens if it's raining outside and you have that shield? You get a little windshield wiper?
I don't know what you do. Let's check out a little bit about some of the common opponents here, as we're going to see. Michigan State and Syracuse. Villanova early for Syracuse, 19-8, 11-9 victory for Michigan State. Hobart, as we said, they beat Hobart 11-10. Lost to Rutgers, and Dartmouth they beat by 1, and ranked currently number 20.
And we're underway now in the third quarter. Ricky Kramer spinning back to the right hand, feeding to Lockwood. He got the crossbar,
yeah.
And Michigan State having trouble coming out of their own end, and now they do. On the move, the Spartans looking perhaps to score first, and DiLorenzo comes up with a save, and the long outlet to midfield.
One-handed shot by Lancey. Back the other way.
Maricek goes down, and a nice job by Horowitz.
Syracuse has trouble buying a penalty here. Man-up opportunities, none for Syracuse in the first half, and 7 for Michigan State.
Play back in. By the way, we just saw the Coors Light halftime highlights, and the Coors Light Syracuse All-Stars will be playing Team Canada May 24th at 7 p.m. at CBA Field. The Coors Light team features Syracuse alumni from the last 4 years, and Paul and Gary Gate will be back playing. But will they play for the Syracuse Coors Light team or Team Canada? I think they're going to play for Canada.
You think so?
I think so.
I think they'll play for who pays them. That's who I'd play for.
Here's Kramer going to the right hand, the hesitation, and the shot is wide. Again, that game will be May the 24th at 7 p.m. That'll be at CBA.
Nice
Kramer
facility.
took his eyes off it.
Oh, this will be it. Oh, the laser.
Back to D'Lo.
DiLorenzo.
Look out, Winship. Oh, he's strong, isn't he? Nearly blindsided.
Took a little shot there from Pierce, a big stick midfielder. Yeah.
That was Winship firing. This looks like a half-court game.
One comment I would make, Syracuse suffering no letdown in intensity. They were really contesting everything at the end of the first half. Midfielders crashing, looking for ground balls, taking shots.
That is, of course, Marichek faking the behind-the-back pass a couple of times. Gil Martin head over heels. He wanted to attack the net. And Ryder can't save it. Not a game for the faint-hearted.
You know, when we talking to some coaches, some of the NCAA people who are here watching the game, Mike Waldvogel, coach at Yale, and he said Michigan State's not a bad lacrosse team, and they're physical, and they have been a physical team, but not able to overcome the skill level of Syracuse.
And there's an example of it right there as Archer applied the ride and knocked the ball free. Can they get it across and beat the clock? I guess they did. Heidi, number 27, on the give.
You know, at one point, Dave, they were, say, at 5 clears in a row they could not make, and that's a telling statistic as you're going to watch McCabe.
Yeah, with all the scoring that Syracuse is doing, is a tendency to overlook what the defense has done. They have been spectacular, nearly perfect. And a save by DiLorenzo.
An outlet pass from his knees.
DeBern Reed was streaking downfield. They couldn't get it to him. Patain has come across. Now here's Reed. Couldn't handle the shot, the pass.
See, that's right there. See Marichek chase that down. That's the kind of ground ball. Keeps the offense going, really picks everybody up, and it's a tough situation for Michigan State.
Now Dom Finn comes on. He hasn't scored in this game. DeBern Reed, by the way, who missed that pass, has 1 goal this year. He's only attempted 1 shot. Nick Boynton into the picture now. Saw a very early action in the game and was a great factor with his stick, especially defensively. Remember that sequence when he knocked the ball away 3 times? Here comes Ryder with the step. That's goal number 20. And it comes from John Barr.
Probably an assist to Ryder as he made a nice pinpoint pass. And Horowitz back in the cage. Going to get burned high, offside. So Jeff Horowitz, who got a break, is going to go back in to get a little more action.
And Barr comes on the wing.
They got Pierce, 42, way in the right, top part of the screen, the big stick. He's just there for defensive purposes if they lose the face-off, which they had been doing.
They won that one and lost control of it. Hillgardner tried to sweep it ahead, but there is Pat McCabe.
Looks faster with those black sneakers on.
Barr will send behind to Archer. And now Dom Finn waiting for McCabe to go across and Boynton to come over.
Incidentally, checking face-off stats, Fazy's 11 of 11. That's nice to get your man hot for the playoffs.
Nice change of direction by Finn.
Yep.
A lot of velocity on that shot.
Good hustle by, was it Rice? Nope. Check that. 35, that's Pace, who was there defensively and got to the end line, so a good hustle for State.
Night falling now in Syracuse. It's considerably darker inside the dome than it was when this game began under bright, sunshiny skies. 20-2 is the score with 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Lee Hine is now in the cage for Syracuse. Matt Moore out defending. Working against Joey Dell.
You know, you talk about Hine, there's a guy who came in last year in reserve and did a great job helping out Syracuse. That Winship down there hacking and hewing. There he goes. Whoa! Big time body position, but he looked. Oh, and he's going to argue that one just briefly. There's the intensity level. Let's play off intensity level. We don't care if the score is 20-2. Watch what I'm going to do, and you watch Winship as he is all over.
He doesn't wear any shoulder pads either, does he?
No. Stuffer, number 12. Look at him. Look at the body position.
And it's a goal by Michigan State. Ball ended up in the nets. A goal for Michigan State.
I'll tell you what. I was looking up one of the statistics. Didn't even see what happened, and we don't have a replay, so that's the way it goes. Well, you can tell you that
Sanzavero gets the goal.
Sanzavero got it.
His first of the game. It's 20-3. At the tail end of that, somebody's stick was in the air, way up in the air, and it came down after the ball was in the nets. Fazy wins again.
21-5 now for faceoffs.
And 20-3.
Remember you've talked about that statistic of the faceoffs matching the score?
Almost a mirror image. Well, maybe not a mirror image, but an
certainly
exact
pretty good
image.
correlation, huh?
Johnny Goodwin's on now.
Piano Man?
Number 3. Wonder how he did in his recital.
Yeah, that's right.
Tripped over the 25-yard line there.
Pierce,
that
42.
Was Don Finn.
Big stick mini.
Good hustle by Barr to get back.
Winship, body, body, body.
Look out.
You're going to get a call. Yes, he does. He says, that's the same thing I did the last time. Good hustle by Winship. A junior out of Fairport, New York, 6'1", 196. And people have said every time they come in the Dome, Syracuse really impresses us defensively.
Lee Hine to the sideline with the pass, now heading back to his cage. If you've just joined us, you ought to pretend this is a new game.
The score would
because
be what?
The score is 20-3.
1-1?
Yeah, it would be. It'd be a 1-1 game here in the third quarter. Maybe a way to keep your interest and keep you around for a while.
Now there's a double jump by Rice.
Casey Donegan is on as well.
Space pass.
The Smurf attack for Syracuse. Donegan and Goodwin.
You look at Goodwin
and Finn.
The piano man, 5'7", 150. They got him at. And Finn's a hitter though.
Finn's a giant out there at 5'8" with those guys.
Yeah. There's Coach Kimball from Michigan State. Done a great job out of Cortland, New York. Central New York kid.
Here comes Fritz Killian. Dumped from behind by Goodwin, and the flag. Hans Schmidt trying to get back on him. They play on. And Heidi fires.
Trip, 1 minute. Man up number 8. Opportunity for Michigan State. Syracuse still not an opportunity. Watch what happens. Gets a little crowded there. And Hine out of Relay, Maryland says, I got to track this down. Nice job of making the save. Couldn't control the velocity. Bounced out, but nice save. Now Syracuse down
Johnny
again.
Goodwin is in. And it's misplayed by Rama Malone. This has been the department where Michigan State has come up woefully short in the man-up situations. And Lee Hine has it.
Winship out, up to Patain. He'll take a shot. He'll ward.
That's in by Donegan. Casey Donegan scores. His third goal of the year. Casey Donegan makes it 21-3, or 2-1.
That's right, 2-1 now. Freshman out of Corning. There's Patain on the ward, looking for somebody to get this ball up to. He got all his defensemen down there. He and Winship. He just goes stick side, little hopper up over the stick of Horowitz. So Donegan pulls goal number 1.
7 minutes to go. third quarter.
Lots of new faces in. Todd Stratton in, 31, playing defense.
Corcoran got it back to Amaya. Fred, it should be noted, was the original black shoe player here on this team.
He's a hustler. Down on attack.
There's Andy Bolin.
As he goes across now. Basically on a track down as he moves from behind.
A little bloop in front. Somebody was in the crease, I believe.
That was Brian Tully.
Brian and Bill both seeing action here. Bill the defenseman, Brian the attackman. Schmidt, Doyle, and Reed on.
Just the one-handed pass and the attempt by Goodwin.
Up come the Spartans.
Good hustles this Murray.
They have had one goal in each quarter of this game. Edel, no relation, by the way, to the Maryland coach, Dick Edel. Sanzavero got the last goal. Nice effort, but he was in the crease. Wayne Sanzavero out of Huntington on Long Island. He's a senior. Oh, look at that effort. Hope he has a tape of this game for years to come. Tully is on. Amaya has to go back to get it.
The hustler.
Built low to the ground. He keeps his balance and finds Bolin. Goodwin's open. They don't go his way.
I'm amazed all the fans staying right here.
Amaya backs it off. Fortunately, this has been a rapidly played third quarter.
Ball down. Tully loses it momentarily.
There were 15 Syracuse goals in the second quarter. Jeff Horowitz on the outlet.
Good speed there.
Nice speed, yeah,
Corcoran.
real nice. By John Lancey, Michigan State.
He turned, Corcoran got up, turned him back around. That's the kind of sprint that you need.
Saracen loses. Tully with a big body.
Big stick.
Oh, he goes behind his back. That's a big back to get it behind.
He's got to go farther.
Yeah. And he didn't quite get it all the way around and upfield.
Bill Tully, watch him with a big stick. Gets the free hand out there. Give me a little help here. I got a big stick. Let me get this. All right, I'm going to, whoops. A lot of guys closing in on me. I think I'll do a little behind the back. And a little bit too far for Donegan. Incidentally, 18 is in playing defense. Check out Kugavin for Syracuse, freshman out of Penn Yan.
Thought you'd give it the real good French pronunciation.
Kugavin.
Matt Moore defending.
Oh, beat. Pushed him. Matt Moore, the senior out of Fayetteville Manlius. I think it's going to be called for a push. There's, you can see how he gets beat. And then Moore just pushes him down, and that's going to be the call. So it'll be another man-up opportunity. Number 9 now for Michigan State. Syracuse not won.
And how many times have they been able to score in this extra man opportunity?
2. 1. We check, double check. 1 out of 9. Remember, that was one I think bounced off the ankle of the goalie. There's a poor pass.
Syracuse is going to get it, but the trail official says it was deflected. Yeah, you got to love these fans.
Yeah, it's 21-3 and they're booing everything. So 1 out of 9. Syracuse man down defense doing an exceptional job. Nice look.
And here comes Ricky Kramer. Losing it. Big hit, but great balance. That was Doyle who kept his feet. Here comes Michigan State. They can't take advantage of it. They have to slow it down.
Doyle hustling. Killian. Ball bounced. Killian gets rid of it. Winship in.
Killian now against Winship. That's a great matchup.
Ball
comes free, and the shot is wide by Rama Malone. And Winship just buried Killian.
There's Winship.
Rama Malone is 5'5".
I know, I saw him out there. I feel like an NBA player with him.
Alex Hilgardner showing the no sock look. Pair of 43s. That's Holbrook on him. Ooh, did he beat him? No. Ball came loose.
How many guys in the crease? Push against Syracuse. Ball was down, and they're going to see the push. There's the 43 is Winship up and over. Took it away from Hilgardner, but then they're going to.
Patain gave him a little nudge.
Little nudge. Patain gets it.
Holbrook, nice feed up ahead. McCabe to Goodwin. Can Johnny get it?
No. Piano Man loses it. Nice look by McCabe.
The repo man overshooting the piano man. Huh?
That's right. He's a little upset with himself. We understand that Mr. Goodwin did have an excellent recital. We mentioned it. Let's give him some credit.
Put the pressure on him, too.
That's right. We did.
There's Michigan State back in the last 2.5 minutes. Looking for a shot. They got a shot, but it wasn't a good one. Backed up by Saracen, who has 2 of their goals. And that was a weak shot wide by Rio.
Rio was waiting to get hit. Took a little off the shot. Look at the crowd on the crease. That's a great shot, guys. Look at it. Wow, it's going to clear out a little bit now, but...
Oh, almost ricocheted in off Kukovan. And DeBurn Reed will have to use his speed to get to it, and he does. Still going. Will this be a shot for DeBurn? No. Here's Donegan. Horowitz saves it.
Body save off the knee, I think. Ryder.
This remains a 2-1 third quarter. Here comes Hans Schmid in close. Empty net and a score by Tully. Brian Tully. As Horowitz came out to put a body on him.
Yeah. 6'3", 233. Tully. Going to get the ball there as he pops out. It's hard to pop out.
160 pounds comes out. That's like a spitball against a battleship.
It's hard to be sneaky when you're an attack man at 6'3", 233. He's got 4 goals and 3 assists. And he's playing. You know, I think he's going to be a defenseman, but they said let's give him a shot, play a little attack, and keep him his athletic ability in the game.
Minute and a half, as you see, to go here in the third quarter.
17 face-offs to the good side for Syracuse, 22-5. Lead. 23.
Tim Corcoran sends it back. Todd Stratton gets it ahead now to Brian Tully. He's still going.
Wait a minute, is this going to be a Syracuse going to get a penalty?
A standing ovation from the crowd.
They're loving it.
I don't know if they're cheering Tully or the fact that Syracuse is going to have an extra man opportunity.
For the first time. with 1:06 left to go in the third quarter. This is like that Energizer ad.
Yeah, still going.
Still going. Still going. Murray hits him, and then Rice hits him, and then the ball's down. Now somebody else hits him, then they take a swipe at him with a big stick. Pierce takes a shot at him.
Here's Lockwood.
Syracuse might lose this man up. Yep, that's a release. 0 for 1. Good hustle. Good hustle. Bolin. Let's see what the call is.
White offside.
So, opportunity number 10. Check that. 9.
Syracuse has had goal scoring by 10 different players in the game, led by Jamie Archer with 6. And he has 1 assist. Marechek 4 goals and 2 assists. Ricky Kramer 2 goals and 4 assists.
There was a flag down, indeed, a penalty offside, so that'll be 1 of 10 so far. Excuse me, 1 of 9. This is the 10th. So Michigan State hits double figures.
Lee Hine has allowed only 1 goal in this third quarter.
You know, this is nice, too, because you don't want to.
Here's an opportunity.
Nice save. Good job by Hine. That's, I was just going to say, it's a great opportunity for him to get some work.
Pat McCabe on the bounce feed in the middle to Patane. Behind the back and trying to shoot before he had it was Matt Ryder.
Ryder was just saying, I'm open, and he just couldn't get it after the pass from Patane. Patane, who has been one of our athletes of distinction, as he makes the little behind the back pass. See, was all ready to score, didn't wait till the ball was in his stick.
Nice shot
save.
And a nice save by Lee Hine. And that brings the third quarter to a close. After 15 goals in the second quarter, Syracuse held to 3 here in the third. And they lead it 22-3. We'll be back with a fourth quarter right after these words.
Because if you don't watch your figure, who will?
It's the right beer now.
Because when it comes to water, the only place to start is at the top.
It's the right beer now.
Because when the party's going full steam, you don't want to fill up. So reach for the beer that won't slow you down. The Silver Bullet.
Coors Light, it's the right beer now.
Silo.
Low.
Silo Low. Guaranteed. Silo. Everything that turns you on.
Now! Concentrate, Lisa. What are you thinking about?
I don't think we can afford it. I don't know what else to say.
Is there something going on that I should know about?
You gotta come home.
Talent and hard work can take our Olympic hopefuls only so far. That's why Minute Maid will continue to make a contribution to the U.S. Olympic Hopeful Fund every time you buy a Minute Maid product. Together, we can take them all the way.
If you're looking for a hotel that was made for you, welcome to Embassy Suites Hotels, where we made every room a 2-room suite so you can spread out and work, or stretch out and relax. Where we made breakfast free and easy to free up your schedule. Where we made beverages on the house so each evening you can loosen your time and relax. Call 1-800-EMBASSY. We were made for each other.
You know when it's right. You know when you feel it, baby. You hold it, you hear it, you taste it, it's right. Diet Pepsi, You got the right one, baby. Diet Pepsi. If it's irrepressibly lovable, unsurpassably quotable, and intimately soulful, you got the right one, baby.
With 100% NutraSweet.
Syracuse University Lacrosse is brought to you by Onondaga Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center. We don't just get you back on your feet, we get you back in the game. By Brine Lacrosse. Brine rules. By Ullman Sports International. And by STX Lacrosse. Along with Dale Drypolcher, this is Dave Cohen in the Carrier Dome, where Syracuse takes a 19-goal lead into the fourth and final quarter. Michigan State, third time in their 22 years of lacrosse that they've been in the NCAA tournament. Each time they've bowed out in the first round. And that will happen again this year. Ryan Tully, and a nice test there for Lee Heinen. There's the third goal of the game for Mark Saracine, the senior out of Cortland, 5'10", 200-pounder.
And he just makes a real good move, gets the inside position, and now Lee Heinen just says, I got to come out. Nice job by Saracine.
One goal for each quarter. That's been the output for Michigan State. Now Syracuse has it. I don't think the Orangemen are particularly trying to run up the score.
Oh no, there wouldn't be any use to that. I think they're just trying to get a lot of people playing, and it's just a difficult thing to do. And Dom Finn just a little high pass.
Again, that 1 out of 10 stat just sticks right out and hits you in the face.
Yeah.
Michigan State.
Yeah, and Syracuse, as we said on the year, averaging, giving up about 1 out of 5. Here's 1 out of 10 shots, 50-20. Obviously, a big disparity there, and everything else. And the face-offs, as we've talked about,
23-5.
Yeah.
And the face-offs at 22-4 on the scoreboard. There's Murray making his move, Darren Murray. And Matt Moore on the ground ball with Reed in front of him. Tough angle for a pass. Now to Donegan, back to the weak side. It was Goodwin who missed. Goodwin gets it back, fires again.
You know, as I look at the roster, there is another kid, I think, out of Fayetteville Manly's High School, Panoyer.
Yep.
Yeah, who is, I have not seen him play, number 32, defense junior out of Manlius.
What are they waiting for? If he's dressed in here. High shot by Bettinger. They're allowed to dress 32 people.
Yeah, you know, they do have to make some cut downs. Perhaps he did not make the cut down.
Now Johnny Goodwin, freelancing.
Ryan Rice on it, number 9. These guys have played the whole game for Michigan State.
Nice move by Donegan to get away, feeds it up, and there is Todd Freeman with a score.
Out of Jamesville DeWitt High School.
So it goes to 23-4.
There's Donegan, makes a move, sees the slide coming. Nice goal. Again,
see one of the Michigan State players on the faceoff out of the picture. He's just playing back for defensive purposes.
It's a big stick committee, Pierce, number 42.
A violation on the faceoffs gives it to the Spartans. Comes Jerry Rio. Moving on, Steve Bettinger. In no quarter in this game has Michigan State scored more than once. They have 1 goal in each quarter. Tully to Donegan. Now Boynton.
Oh.
Bettinger took his eye off of it and lost it, but he has a chance to get it back. Friedman picks it out of midair.
Rio hustling. These Michigan State guys are hustling. I'll say that. Ball out of bounds off of Syracuse.
Lost by Tully. Here comes Horowitz.
Oh, a buddy pass.
Yeah.
It was intended for Chang. It's one of those passes you put up in the air and you really get your buddy killed.
Let's check the saves for Horowitz in the game.
Well, there's a couple where we had another goalie, and we'll double check right here. He's had 12, hasn't had any more since then.
He saved 4 of the first 7 shots of the game. It was 4-1 at the end of the first quarter.
McCready had, I think McCready might have had 2.
And then it went to 19-2 at the half. That's Tully on defense. The brother combination of Bill and Brian.
Look at the crease. It looks like the, Avenue D subway. Shot.
Score. Is that DuBurn Reed?
Yeah, 15.
Second shot of the year and his second goal.
Well, he's hurt.
And he paid for it.
Took a shot on the leg, I think.
He paid for it. Let's hope he's okay.
The crowd got awfully quiet. Saw him go down. Let's see if we can see what happened. There's a Kugavan makes the pass, and now it's back to DuBurn Reed. And I think right there you can see him when he went down, and they quickly get out there. I'm sure it's not that serious, and that he's up and walking. So that's good news.
DuBurn is a junior from Boston.
Trainer's out. Tim Neal out. There's that face-off stat we talked about. After a while, it becomes quite telling in that you control the ball, you can control the offense.
Fazy got it out, and then they were holding a stick, and here's Amaya. Freddie with the knee brace.
Takes a shot.
Johnny Goodwin is back.
16 SU players have scored, Dave. 16 different SU players.
Goodwin on a dodge. He scores! The piano man played his own tune from behind.
That's right.
25-4.
Watch him make the jump. He's going to make the jump right there. That's pace on him. Loses pace. Goes high, 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 low. Yep. John Goodwin, 1-1.
2 goals on the year now for John. And Amaya picks it up.
Corcoran got the face-off, raked it out. Amaya 8 picks it up.
11 minutes to go, and you know why the crowd is hanging around to see if the 30-goal mark can be broken again. Syracuse got 30 earlier this year against Hofstra, 30-10.
I want to re-mention the fact that Michigan State does not give any scholarships for lacrosse.
Oh.
Nice. Somebody got a foot on it. And good hustle by Michigan State's Penoyer is in, 32. The kid out of Fayetteville, Manlius.
There he is.
Yep. Defenseman, a junior.
Well, they made sure his family hung around, right?
There's the up, down. Look, there's the foot save. Great job. Just a real nice shot, too, guys.
Here comes Horowitz. Tell you, he could play for a lot of teams. And now Edel. Oh, he gave it up. And they throw it away, but we may have a call.
Believe it or not, Brian Tully's going to be offside. And this is going to be another man-up opportunity. Number 11. Coach Kimball trying to, I'm sure, turn every event in a 25-4 game into a learning experience.
Interesting conversation there at the upper left-hand corner of the screen. Roy Simmons and Team Dr. Bruce Baker and John Desko, the assistant, maybe discussing DeBern Reed's condition. He didn't appear to be seriously hurt.
Or what's on television tonight.
10 minutes left.
Oh, nice
and a
shot.
Score from way outside by Heidi.
Chris Heidi, 27.
And so for the first time in the game, Michigan State has 2 goals to show in one 15-minute quarter.
Heidi way out, says, "Out, going to give me a little room, I'll take it." And he got the goalie going down, bounced it up, and not able to stop it. Lee Hine, with 10 minutes left, gives up the 5th, and it's a 25-5 game.
Here's a good look at the faceoff.
Yeah.
Edel. Is that Corcoran, number 10 out there?
Yeah, that's Corcoran. And that referee's head's in the way.
No, it was Bettinger.
Was it Bettinger? Yeah, 12.
Face-off controlled, as you see, by Michigan State. John Lancey. Chris Stutler, number 12.
Tully was in there along with Lee Hine. Lee Hine, number 21. Senior out of Relay, Maryland.
Now, if you're Michigan State, you try to win the battle of this 4th quarter.
Nice position by Lee Hine. Great job. See him hug the pipe and not give it up. What a super job by Lee Hine.
Here comes big Tully. Bill Tully. And Todd Freeman. He has a big loping gait.
Rio really hustling, playing defense, still pushing on Freeman.
Donegan displaying some good one-on-one moves. Bettinger sending back. John Goodwin.
Pace on Goodwin. I think they're going to work on their passing skills. That was a tough pass. Intended for Tully into a crowd. Nice check by 32, Penoyer.
Lee Hine leaves the game, the second-team goalie. Replaced now by Chris Saran, and Roy Simmons is going to come over to congratulate him. Lee looked very sharp in the cage.
Lee Hine retires with 6 saves in this game. And as I said, good backup goalie, getting a little action, and oh, nice move.
Yeah, terrific job there. He lost control of the ball, John Lance, and then he regained it midair.
21, Lancey out of Buffalo, New York, Sweet Home High School. Watch him. That's Bettinger on him, and he loses the ball. Watch. One-handed shot. And he gets it by Saran. So Lancey, goal number 1.
Now with 8 minutes to go, Syracuse obviously wanting to get to 30, but Michigan State wanting to get to double figures.
I don't think Syracuse wants to get to 30. I think they want to get the game over.
Well, the
with.
fans do.
Oh,
the
yeah,
ones who are
right. I'm
sticking
sorry.
it out.
Yes, absolutely.
So each team has a goal to shoot for, literally and figuratively.
Yeah. And both teams still hustling.
Killian would like to score, I think. Giving it up, though. Open to the near side. Number 12 didn't get it. Said it's Hilgartner. That was a pass or a shot? They're going to call it a shot.
We have had, Syracuse had ample opportunity to play a lot of people.
Clock stops very often in the Dome because of the fast surface and the ball going out of bounds. On a natural grass field, of course, the ball stays in more and the clock runs more, and the games tend to be shorter.
Nice check.
There's more scoring in the Dome as well, at least the way Syracuse plays it.
Bill Tully, nice check on the back handle of a player from Michigan State, but now
Todd Stratton giving it to Bettinger.
Stratton faked like he was going off. He heads back.
Now Bolin comes across, not yet in the picture. Donegan had it knocked away. Bolin knocks the ball free. Tully is there. Tully lost it, saved it. Bolin. Well, this crowd is really into it.
Yep.
It's a playoff crowd.
Penoyer playing defense now, the local kid.
No fair weather fans. These are real lacrosse fans.
Hey, right. When you got a 19-goal lead and they're still yelling, you know they're hardcore.
Once again, after this, the season comes to an end for Michigan State. They've got to go back and finish their midterms, and they still have 3 more weeks of school.
Oh, look at this. Another penalty for Syracuse. Yeah. Rice is going to sit down for 1 minute.
What do these Michigan State kids do for summer jobs? By the time they get out, they're all taken.
That's right, yeah. Rice is going to get called for unnecessary. Right there it is, right there. Yeah, cross check, unnecessary to the head. Assault. Syracuse, number 2 opportunity. 0 for 1 at this point.
In close. And in the cage, no.
In the cage, in the crease. Brian Tully.
Horowitz stood his ground against the much bigger man. He's giving away about, what, 60, 70 pounds? Horowitz whips it into the middle of the field. It's going to be intercepted and returned by Tully to Tully. To Goodwin, to Donegan. He's had tough luck in his shots.
It's going to be Michigan State ball. Horowitz tracked that one down.
5:40 to go in the game. Will Syracuse be back in the Dome again? They'll have to beat Johns Hopkins at Homewood Field in Baltimore on Sunday. As they go for an unprecedented 4th straight national title. And going on the road for the first time since 1981 or 83?
81, I think. They're doing it the
Playing
hard
a
way.
first round game since 81.
Yeah, that's true, yep. And they're doing it the hard way. They got to go to Hopkins down there, and then they'd have to play Carolina.
But after losing at Carolina earlier this year, they would get the Tar Heels here in the Dome. Violation committed by Syracuse.
Pick.
Just to recap Syracuse's season, they beat Villanova, and then they lost to both North Carolina and Johns Hopkins. They also had a win against St. John's, so they were 2-2. Then they reeled off wins against Dartmouth, Hofstra, Hobart, Cornell, Rutgers, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, and Adelphi. Horowitz leads the game, and he gets a nice round of applause. Nice group of Michigan State fans here in the Dome. We're down to 4.5 minutes to go.
I was talking to some people from Michigan State. They said that the lacrosse is the biggest non-revenue sport that they have out there.
What about hockey? I guess that makes money.
Yeah, I think they give scholarships for hockey, so I would have to say that's a revenue-producing sport. But they said that of all the sports, it's really been picked up, and a lot of people go out and support the Spartans. And you said nice crowd here for Michigan State.
You wonder about the high schools. I imagine their spring situation has to be similar to what we have here, or what we don't have.
Nobody's worse than us. There's Horowitz with his helmet off. Trying to get his hair back in place. 13 saves, 23 goals allowed, but he was tough. Is tough. Had a great first quarter.
And Saran plays the bouncing shot.
Gugavan gets the low pass. Now what's he going to do with it?
Saracen back to Saran.
Good speed. Run over. There you go.
Chris Saran is out of Wilton, Connecticut. Played at Fairfield Prep.
He played attack at one time in his life.
He's coming in on the off wing. They wouldn't give him the ball back.
Good hustle, good speed. And the fans, the hardcore, give him a nice round of applause.
Nice save. 3 minutes now to go. Chris McCready making that last save. A freshman, as you said, Dale, from Sewickley, PA.
Shot.
Saran stopped the bouncer.
Yes. Right on.
Rama Malone.
How tall did you say he was?
5'5".
Nice.
Great play.
Yeah, nice.
There's the play of the game from Michigan State.
Nice assist.
Jay Ladinsky coming down the slot. And the prettiest goal of the game for the Spartans. It's now 25-7.
Malone is going to make the pass, and you just see the end of the pass, and it was a real thing of beauty. Goal number 7.
Todd Freeman took a shot to the head. Now they throw a flag. A nice feed in close. And again, Donegan gets snuffed at point-blank range.
They call a slash. They're all over the official who was closest to it, because actually it was the other guy who made the call. But that's what happens sometimes. Let's see if we can see it. Watch. Boom! Right in the face. So that was Pierce, the big stick mini. Syracuse gets their third opportunity, 0 for 2. One minute. Syracuse up 4.
And Freeman gets the quick stick goal coming from the off wing.
Nice stick. Freeman made a great jump.
And it's 26-7. Syracuse's second highest output of the year.
Goodwin made a nice pass as he sidearmed it through that maze there on the crease, and really nice job by Freeman to quick stick it in. Second goal.
Well, this weekend, Syracuse will be homeward bound.
Yeah.
Like the old Simon and Garfunkel song. They'll be going down to Baltimore trying to avenge the earlier season loss here in the Dome to Johns Hopkins, 18-12. Almost 11,000 people were on hand for that one. It was the biggest crowd of the year. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. A 15-goal second quarter. Broken open for Syracuse. Tully with Goodwin ahead of him. And Donegan gave it back.
Nice work for Tully. Nice roll.
Donegan gets it.
Nice roll.
He worked hard for that one after being stopped on about 3 other occasions. 27-7.
Made a nice inside roll and put in goal number 27.
Karen Ryan, Randy Pacelli keeping track of the stats and the shots and the saves. If you tune in this second half, hoping to see Tom Marachek, you were too late.
Yeah.
Jamie Archer as well. Archer had 5 goals in the second quarter, 6 in the game. That shot by Bettinger. Still Syracuse's ball. I guess the faithful are holding out hope they can score 3 in the next 90 seconds.
You know, you have to look at, when you look at the statistics, Syracuse has dominated the faceoffs and they had a little trouble in the first quarter, but they settled down 29-9. A great stat. Nice save.
Rebound is in there. Freeman reeled and fired. Todd Freeman's got 3 goals. All of them here in the fourth quarter.
Watch McCready. I think he gets this with a handle. Shot, save. Yeah, see that? He got it with the taped part of the stick. Now he's looking for it. Where did it go? Freeman takes it down and fires, and McCready not able to track that one down, but a nice save the first time. And Freeman picks up goal number 3.
65 seconds left. Bettinger in on the faceoff. Nearly ran over Freeman. Rama Malone. Will Rama provide a little drama here in the closing moments? Don't forget, at the end of the game, we'll select our Pepsi player of the game. Got any nominees?
Jamie Archer might be up there.
Yep.
Huh? Yeah.
Archer with 6 goals, 1 assist. Oh, we've had 35 goals, and it may seem like a long contest, but it's only about 2 hours and 12 minutes to this point.
Face-offs take a lot of time, and you have a lot of face-offs.
Got an offside.
People were keeping score at home. We had 39 face-offs. So that does take a lot of time.
So Michigan State will end the season once again with 11 wins. Equals the best they've ever had. And for the 3rd time, they'll bow out of the NCAA tournament in the opening round. And it is all over as Syracuse defeats Michigan State in their first meeting ever by a score of 28-7. And it's on to Baltimore now for Roy Simmons in his quest for a 4th straight national championship, something that's never been done in the history of NCAA tournament play. We'll return with our Pepsi Player of the Game right after this.
Did you know that Budget Rent-A-Car, the world's 3rd largest car rental company, does more than just rent cars? Yes, Budget offers valet parking at nearly half the cost of airport parking. With free shuttle to the airport and baggage handling, you can't go wrong. And while you're away, get an oil change and car wash. What's more, if you're in the market for a good used car, Budget has a large selection of quality, low-priced domestic and foreign cars. Something for everyone. So visit Budget Rent-A-Car for valet service and used car sales. At Budget, we live up to our name.
The original Twin Trees restaurant, located at 1100 Avery Ave, has always been famous for pizzas. The original Twin Trees has been family-owned and operated for over 31 years. But Twin Trees is a lot more than just delicious pizzas. The original Twin Trees menu includes everything from prime rib to alligator tail, plus mouth-watering Italian specialties, fresh seafood prepared daily, and of course the best pasta in town. After the show, the ball game, or any time you want to enjoy delicious homemade food at a great price, make it the original Twin Trees on Avery Ave, just off West Genesee Street.
Just a reminder that U.S. Air has more daily departures than any other airline in the free world.
It's Good Company with news, conversation, and interviews with fascinating and informative people on Morning Edition and All Things Considered.
It's Good Company with old-time radio and the newest work of today's audio artists and the best of both worlds on a Prairie Home Companion.
It's Car Talk.
It's Sound Money.
It's Fresh Air. It's Good Company.
It's WRVO FM 90.
For the best in news, conversation, and audio entertainment, tune to WRVO FM 90.
Well, the Midwest has had their shot, but they've gone down 28-7. Rich Kimball completing his 11th year at Michigan State. And a real nice gesture at the end of the game as the Michigan State players turned around and applauded the large contingent of fans who came here to the Dome to cheer them on and appreciate their efforts.
Yeah, that was nice. A nice, as you said, a very nice contingent. They stood and applauded, and as we said, they like lacrosse out at Michigan State.
Time now for our Pepsi Player of the Game. And no surprise, it's number 11, the sophomore for Syracuse out of nearby Nottingham High School, Jamie Archer, who did that 5 times in the second quarter alone, 6 times in all in the game, plus 1 assist. There he is, Jamie Archer. That's a career high in the goal-scoring department. Jamie looking for his brother and his parents there in the stands. And our congratulations to him and to the Syracuse team, which now heads off to a much tougher challenge. The Johns Hopkins Blue Jays under first-year coach Tony Seaman. And that'll be Sunday in Baltimore. We'll be back with the NCAA semifinal playoffs and the championship game. And we hope you'll be with us later in the month of May and then in June. And for now, we hope you enjoy this opening round game as Syracuse defeats Michigan State 28-7. Now speaking for Dale Dry Poultry, this is Dave Cohen saying so long from the Carrier Dome. This has been a presentation of Super Sports and Cook Cablevision of Syracuse.